What's up, y'all? So this episode on progress is going to be about just getting started with anything. So if you want to get started with anything and see results, first start off with yourself. See how you need to change. For example, something I learned is that how your area looks around you. So when you wake up, how does your room look? How does your office look? Or both. Some people, they have their office within their room. So whatever it is, the place that you spend majority of your time at or you work at, is it clean? Because that's going to influence you in a subconscious way or conscious way or both. Whatever. So, make sure that everything accommodates to how you want to live your life. So it's very important. The one thing I would start off with is just, when do you wake up? What are your habits? Are you someone that just stays up late on their phone or just wastes his time on their phone? The phone is a huge thing now. And from my personal experience, the phone has been a distraction within my experience of my habits. Right? That's something I've noticed with myself. There's some people that they get distracted by the phone and they drink and they smoke, or all three of those, or the phone, or the other. Right? I never had those other habits of smoking or drinking, but I've had the habit of being on my phone, being on social media. So whatever habit that's not healthy for you, address it and see how you can manage it. So one thing I would recommend, for me, I have TikTok. TikTok is, I would say, it's the app that out of Instagram, Facebook is the most engaging. Is it the most useful? It depends on how you look at it. For example, I use Facebook to sell stuff or to buy stuff. So it's more useful in that way, or to connect with more people that I know of. So, but on the other hand, TikTok is just more just engaging, just in general, for entertainment purposes, and it's just, I would say it's the most addicting. So an app like that, how do you manage it? I would say, for me, what I've done is I don't use it throughout the week. On the weekends, if I have a little bit of time off and I decide, I did everything I was supposed to do for this week and today, then I could go on TikTok and just see everyone's video, whatever, right? That's just an example. So, but since I've gotten more busy doing things I enjoy doing, like this, for example, then I don't have to do those things. I could just continue being productive and progressing. And that's the most important thing. But for you, if you haven't started anything and you just work a regular job and you think that's good enough for you, I don't think that's a good idea. Because everyone is supposed to be working regardless, right? You need to get your money from somewhere. But what is it, that thing that you're putting off? What is it that you actually want to do? That's super important. That's literally going to make you happy, right? But I would even say happy is something that everyone has their own definition of. For example, to really be happy with where you are in life, you're going to have to be uncomfortable, because you're going to have to be working. You're going to have to be organized. You're going to have to be disciplined to actually get that true happiness. But to get the false happiness, which is just short-term pleasures, doing stuff that you're not supposed to be doing, or stuff that is just short-term gratification. That's not real happiness. That's just being comfortable in the moment, and it's going to lead to unhappiness. So learn about yourself, figure out who you are, but also figure out, most importantly, the things you have to do. Waking up early, noticing your habits, reading some books, taking some classes. It's very simple. So decide what it is that you want to do. Maybe it's not those things. Maybe it's something else. But for me, the definition of success, health is definitely a huge factor of success. If you're not healthy and you're dying, it would be hard to argue that's success. But if you're healthy and you're fine and you're able to be reliable to the people around you, you're able to be reliable to yourself, your commitments, then you're able to progress, you're able to be successful. So, yeah, figure out what you want to do, right? That's one thing. And figure out a way where you could be consistent in doing it. So being consistent, and then even if you don't see results, you're not going to see results probably, right? That's why it's long term. At the end, you'll be happy that you did all that work. But in the beginning, you're going to be disappointed. You're not going to be patient probably. You just got to be in it for the ride. If something doesn't work, see why it doesn't work. See what works, see what doesn't work. Take notes. And move forward gradually, but always check in with yourself. Always check in and see what changes can you make. And always, like, not just check in with your work, but check in with yourself. Is this something that you want to be doing? Or maybe something else? So learn about yourself, be consistent. See what you want to do and be consistent. Because we all like different things. Right? We all have our interests, but it's about how can we be productive and actually just do it. So, like, a lot of us don't even do our interests. A lot of us are not consistent with what we like to do. Right? And don't take this video the wrong way, where I'm saying, oh yeah, just do what you like to do, and the hard stuff, don't worry about it. No, working, when it comes to your work, I don't know what you do, but you may not like to do it, but if it's something that's very necessary, do it 100%. That's super important, right? But obviously, all of us have our long-term goal. For example, if you work a regular job, right? Obviously, you're not going to want to be at that same job forever, right? You want to eventually have your dream career as your main career. You only live once. You got to do it. You're not going to be an idiot doing some shit you don't want to do for the next 40 years of your life. That's stupid as hell. You got to do that shit that you don't want to do. Invest in yourself, which means whatever career it is you want to do. Right? Invest in that. When you have time, free time, invest into that. And eventually, that can be your main career. And like I said before, take notes, see what you could change, see how you can improve. And slowly but surely, over time, it could happen. You know what I mean? So I just had to address it like that, because I know there may be people be like, oh, this guy is just saying, like, to just focus on what you like to do and not focus. No. Trust me. If you don't trust me, that's fine. The people that do trust me, we're going to progress. We're going to see that long-term success, and we're going to be fulfilled at the end. So, but I'm just trying to keep it real, to be honest. Don't mind the noise if you hear the noises coming from outside. But just make sure, I'm just trying to drill it home for the people that are actually listening. But I know you guys are listening, because the people that relate to this stuff, that see the title, that seen the other videos, they understand completely. So, but even for the people that don't understand, I want you to understand, so that way you can be good. Because I know if everybody were to see this and follow it and listen to it, 100% guaranteed you'll be fulfilled and you actually feel good. 100%. So I'll just leave it as that. I love and I appreciate all of you, and we out.